We're going to go for one final position before we take a break, which is the final of the part-time officers for the elections in 2011. This is for the position of School of Management Officer. We'll just take this time to fill in about the roles of part-time officers. Just remember that the Students with Dependents Officer is responsible for representing students in matters relating to students with dependents. They are the guaranteed student with dependents representation in the Union. The Black and Minority Ethnic Student Officer that you've just heard from is responsible for representing students in matters relating to race and ethnicity. They are the guaranteed voice of racial equality in the Union. And now we come to the School of Management Officer, who is responsible for representing students at the School of Management in matters relating to activities, events and welfare. They are the guaranteed student from the School of Management in the Union, and obviously must be students from the School of Management. So standing for the position of School of Management Officer are three candidates: Mandla Moyer, Vesela Nikolova and Sibat Inua, and of course Ron. Reopen nominations. If you could all come to the front, please, in front of the microphone, and stand in the order of the ballots. You're listening live to Hustings 2011 in Student Central and live on Ramair 1350 AM, online ramair.co.uk. We're just waiting for all the candidates there to get to the front. So as with the other part-time officers, it'll be a 1-minute opening speech from each candidate, questions to all candidates, and then a 30-second summation speech. Right, we're going to start with the opening speech from Mandla Moyer. So your 1-minute opening speech starts now.
Hi everyone. My name is Mandla Moyo. As you can tell from my t-shirt, I'm running for the Students School of Management Officer. It's a new position. It's never been set up before, so it's been set up to represent students at the School of Management. Not only at the School of Management, but all across the board, representing over 15,000 students. The big question is, why should you vote for me? Well, first of all, everything I'm about is laced in passion and commitment. My commitment is to make a difference to students, to improve their learning experience, to be their voice. I've got a background in customer services and a fantastic track record in sales, so I can deliver results, making a change to their education, to their social life, and improve their overall experience. So vote for me if you want to make a difference. Thank you.
Okay, that was the opening speech there for Mandla Moyer, who is standing for School of Management Officer. Also standing is Vesela Nikolova, and your 1-minute opening speech starts now.
Hi everybody, my name is Vesela Nikolova and I'm applying for a School of Management. Oh my God, School of Management part-time officer. The reason that you should vote for me is that I already have experience with. I'm so sorry. I already have experience in the student council and the school board in the school management, and I know the problems that students of the school management have already. So vote for me.
Okay, that was the opening speech there from Vesela Nikolova, standing for School of Management Officer. The third and final candidate standing is Sibat Inua, and your 1-minute opening speech starts now.
Hi there, my name is Sibat Inua. I'm running for School of Management Officer. Currently I'm already a council member, union council member, so I've already got most of the experience. I've been doing it for a year now, so I already have experience of how things run around here, how to go about it, everything. I believe I could be the best candidate in comparison to my respective candidates, because through my experience, I mean, I've done a lot of charity work, so I've done a lot of organising. I know how to get around things, I know how stuff works. I've already pushed through for a cash machine, which is main priority from students at School of Management, which is what they've asked for. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was the opening speech there from Sibat Inua. You've heard there from all candidates standing for the School Management Officer position. There were Mandla Moyer, Vesela Nikolova and Sibat Inua, and of course Ron. Reopen nominations. We're now going to go to questions to all candidates. Shout out to Ramair if you've got any questions, which you can of course send through to studio@ramair.co.uk. Michael, have we had any questions from the floor? Okay, we've got a generic question for all candidates, which we're going to go through. If anybody has any questions for people standing for the School of Management Officer position, please get those to Michael by the time that we've asked this question, else we will be moving on to their summation speeches. Okay, so the question to all candidates for School of Management Officer is, what makes you a good candidate? And Vesela, if you could answer that one firstly, please. You're listening to Hustings live in Student Central, and of course live around the world at Ramair 1350 AM. If you'd like to answer that question, please.
Well, I've already rooted for loads of the problems that students have in the School of Management in particularly, and that was the business economic exam during the first semester. There was like quite high rate failure on that exam, and it was discussed by me on the school board, on the academic council meeting, and actually I made them listen to me and take an action and change the marks, which actually happened. So that's one plus. I've already done that for the School of Management, and I am rooting for the library opening hours in the School of Management. It's particularly it's closed during Saturdays, Sundays, which means that students from that part who don't come to the main campus are deprived from using it. So I want to change that, obviously, and open it on Saturdays and Sundays. So, and there's lots of other problems that I'm planning to solve. I'm a really determined person to do things, and I'm convincing as well, hopefully. So yeah, vote for me. There you go.
And Sibit, if you could answer that question next, please.
Can you repeat the question, please?
The question is, what makes you a good candidate?
What makes me a good candidate? Well, I mean, I've already explained. I've had a year's experience already as part of the union council, so I know how things run. I've already pushed for a cash machine at School of Management. Library one, as Vasella's also done. I've also emailed the dean asking her to open more hours at the university. We close at 5:30 there. I mean, it's not enough. We need a bit more there. I've organised a trip to London, being a fellow friended from School of Management, for School of Management students, to push there. We've already done. We were trying to get pushed through for a student union type of thing, like a student central, maybe a little low key, but something along the lines of there. I mean, I can really push the stuff. I already know how to do it, who to talk to, the process and everything, and I think I'm the right candidate. Thank you.
And Mandler, if you could answer that question as well, please.
I believe I'm a good candidate because I'm honest enough to tell people what we can and what we can't do. My primary aim would be to represent all the students, to be an active voice for them. I've got an excellent track record in sales, so I'm used to being able to deliver results. I'm passionate, and that passion gives me that drive to work towards achieving anything that students want, or anything that's not being done to meet their expectations. I've got the determination to do that. Some of the policies that I intend to implement if I do get elected will be to improve the working space in the School of Management. When you're approaching deadlines, there isn't many computers, and a lot of students do struggle. Some people have missed the deadlines because they've had to come to the city campus, and in doing so missed the bus or got stuck in traffic. So I'm looking to get that improved. I'm also looking to increase the amount of the lecture time out of office hours that lecturers give to students, because outside the lecture and tutorial times, although lecturers do give students available slots to come and see them, it's not enough, and quite a few students have pointed out that they do need extra time to be able to spend addressing issues in their assignments. Overall, if there's anything that students are interested in and is viable, then we can do it. I'm the right man with the right tools for the job. Thank you.
Okay, the next question for the candidates for School of Management Officer is, what ideas are you going to bring to the table, and what initiatives will you propose? And Sibet, if you could answer that firstly, please.
Well, that's my third time explaining it all. First thing first, it's cash machine. Really need a cash machine. That means we've got one in Sainsbury's, but it's a little far away. Trying to push for a bigger computer room. It's really small. Maybe a snooker room type of thing, or a little chill out room where we can relax a little. We don't seem to have one of those there. Library hours, we need a lot longer. We need to push through for that. A lot more computers, and maybe another study room where it's a lot quieter, where groups can work together, talk a little, but quiet at the same time. Thank you. Okay,
Mandler, and if you could answer that one next, please.
Just to mention a few of the policies that I do intend to implement. I'm a second year in accounting and finance, and every year since last year I've been experiencing transport problems. The bus is £1 to get to and from the School of Management, and in the second year all my classes are there, so I'm spending £2 every day to get to and from the School of Management. So one of the things I'm looking to do is to work with the Students' Union to see if we can implement if viable, a free bus. They've got 2 buses already. One of them which already goes to the School of Management after hours, dropping students off. And if possible, we'll also work with Arriva, the bus company, to work out if we can sort out an annual membership or an annual fee for students to pay at the start of the year or the start of the term, and therefore during term time they won't have to be forking out £2 a day, amongst other things that they'll be paying out. Another thing I'll be looking to do is to set up a mentoring service. In my second year, my first term, I did struggle with a few modules, and I didn't have, outside the tutorial and lecture time, didn't have enough help. And I didn't know any year 3s that might have been able to help me out. So what I'm looking to sort out for the second years and the first years, if anyone struggling with their studies, I'll be able to put them in contact with the year 3 that's done it before, to give them that bit of extra help. It's a win-win situation, because that year 3 or year 2 will be getting skills from mentoring that they'll be able to showcase in their CV. At the same time, the students will be also getting some help. The third thing I'll be looking to do is to set up a society. There isn't a management society at the moment. There's only a law society, so we're looking to set up a society that will work with other schools, other faculties on worthwhile projects, such as raising funds and channeling that to, as I said, to societies such as Red Ribbon Network, in things like HIV and AIDS, supporting that in third world countries. I'll be looking to promote, work with the events, media and events coordinator, to increase the social events at the School of Management. At the moment, we do feel a little bit isolated being up there, so we could do with more events, more social activities taking place up there, and generally speaking, anything else that the student wants. As I said, if it's viable, it is possible. Thank you.
And Vasela, if you could answer that question next, please.
Well, I think one of the main problems that School of Management at the moment has is the administration and the organization of that. I think that all the first year students have noticed that the administration during the first semester was appalling. So I'm really planning to make that work. The other thing is that School of Management doesn't really have a connection with the main campus. So one of the main things about this role is that we're going to be like, as a School of Management officer, we're going to be a mediator between the School of Management and the student union over here in the main campus. So I'm going to work for that relationship to be more smooth than it is at the moment. Everybody feels isolated out there. So I'm going to try and make it together. Bridge. Let's build a bridge. The other thing is that, as my opponents mentioned, the bus service, they're planning to stop it after April this year. So I'm going to definitely root for that, not to stop the bus service. Again, library, again, cash point, and everything else. So I'm all up for it.
Okay. If you want to send any questions in for subsequent candidate positions, don't forget you can pass them to Michael. Also send them by email to studio@rame.co.uk. Nothing else from Rame, so we come to the final question for candidates for the School of Management Officer. What will you offer to the School of Management students that will make them vote for you? Obviously keep them concise and straight to the point, and also obviously don't go over any ground we've already had. Mandla, if you could answer that first one, please.
Okay, what can I offer to all the students to make them vote for me? First of all, I'd offer them an enhancement in their learning experience, working with the likes of the Dean and other senior staff to deliver anything that's not being done for them. At the moment, one of the biggest things I've heard is a cash machine, and also the prices at the canteen and the atrium and the School of Management is a little bit dear for them, so I'll be working towards getting those subsidised if viable or if possible. And as I said, the university is buying into improving the learning experience of students, because ultimately that is also linked to the university ranking. So anything that I can do to improve the learning experience, if it's viable, then I'll be able to deliver that. Thank you.
Okay, and Vasela, could you answer that question, plees? What will you offer to the School of Management students that will make them vote for you?
Well, that's a tricky one. Well, I can't promise anything. Every job comes with the risks and opportunities as well. So I'm going to do everything within my power as a School of Management officer to work on the problems that students will have and have. Whatever they wish, whatever I'm going to do, you know. So.
And Sabat, if you could answer that question as well, please.
Well, I can offer experience. I mean, I've already said experience in the council. I've got experience in charity work, organising, so I can push through for things. I can offer contacts. I know a lot of people in the council already. I know a lot of the staff members at the School of Management, so I can speak to them. I can get around. I know a lot of the students. I'm very sociable, so I know all the students. I can talk to them, bring their ideas forward, hopefully. Thank you.
Okay, and that sums up all the questions to candidates for the School Management Officer. We're now going to go to the 30-second summation speeches. Well, then we're going for a quick break after that. These are done in reverse order, so Sibert, if you'd like to come up first for your 30-second summation speech, and that starts now.
A vote for Sibert is a vote for change, so please vote for me. Thank you.
Okay, that was a summation speech there for Sabat Inoa, standing for School of Management Officer. Next person to speak, Vasela, could you do your 30-second summation speech? And your 30 seconds starts now.
Well, vote for bridges. I'm gonna build those, obviously. Vesela Nikolova, vote.
Okay, that was a summation speech there for Vasila Nikolova, standing for School of Management Officer. Finally, the summation speech for candidate Mandla Moya. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Bosworth said, if you can see the invisible, you can achieve the impossible. With all the problems that the students' management bring forward, I'll be able to see endless opportunities in that and deliver excellent results to improve the learning experience. Thank you.
And that was the 30-second summation speech for candidate Mandla Moya. You've heard there opening speeches, questions and answers to and from, and summation speeches for all those standing for the School Management Officer. They are Mandla Moya, Vasila Nikolova and Sibat Inoa, and of course Ron. Reopen nominations. You'll be able to vote for that position and of course every other position when voting opens at midnight tonight on ubuonline.co.uk/elections. While we're going to go for a quick break, make sure you pick up a manifesto booklet if you're here in Student Central, or visit ubuonline.co.uk/elections where you can download lots of exciting information off there. When we come back from a quick 10-minute break, we will be looking at the positions of Women's Officer and Environment and Welfare Officer. So if you have questions for those two positions or Sports and Societies Officer, which will come after the second break, either get them into Michael in Student Central, email them through to Ramair via studio@ramair.co.uk, or text the word Ramair, then your question to 60300. Standard rate applies. Thank you for listening to the first part of Hustings. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.